There we go. I'm sorry about that. So we are still trying to hatch for a perfect Arcanine. And then I might, yeah, well, I think we're good. We'll just continue to hatch these eggs real quick. We didn't quite get it last time, but I believe this time we have a pretty good chance. And who knows? Maybe we'll get a shiny while we're at it. That would be nice. Take a look at this one. Oh, that is so close. 5 IV, baby. That's really close. Another, like, almost perfect one, right? I think that's our best one so far, just because it's got fantastic HP. It's essentially a 6 IV with 5 IV with fantastic IV. Or fantastic speed. And HP. That's like what we want for a tank. This one has decent speed, which isn't quite as good as this one in my opinion. Just because we don't care about the attack stats, so it's really just fantastic versus decent. So what we really want is the decent stat. Or with the fantastic one, rather. But that's our best. Again, I think we can hold out for not necessarily a 6 IV, but I think what we want is to have 5 IVs and the stats that we care about. So everything but attack, basically. This is going to be our bulky Arcanine. And that is not what we want. We actually don't care about the attack stat at all being perfect, so the IV is effectively wasted. But that will happen. Not much we can do about it. We could start grinding for that perfect Ditto too. I might do that. That might be something I'll do on stream. Getting a breeding Ditto would be awesome here. Not sure how long it's going to take, but it would be really good. Let's take a look at this one. That is another almost perfect one. 5 IV. Flash Fire is not the ability we want, and we definitely don't want decent defense on a tank, but and I could set up some kind of rule like we go, however many. Where's the cutoff, right? Like, how good do we want to have the Pokemon before we start taking it to the battle tower to train? I don't think that having a fantastic HP stat versus a best HP stat necessarily matters all that much. So if we're cool with just having a fantastic HP stat, and we just rather get onto content like doing battle tower stuff, then maybe we just kind of roll with that. So I'm thinking that might be a thing we do eventually. So we'll have to see how picky we want to be when it comes to getting those perfect IVs. And again, perfect minus the ability. Anybody want this one? I'll let you guys have it. Hit me up in the chat. We get an almost perfect Growlithe there. If you want Flash Fire as opposed to Intimidate, then it is pretty much perfect. Minus the HP stat. Let's take a look at this one. Alright, 4 IV with Flash Fire. I want to move on to Tyranitar though. That's something I'm looking forward to breeding. I like Growlithe too though. Growlithe is awesome, but I think Tyranitar is obviously one of my favorites. It's a fan favorite. I checked 205 viewers apparently with Sword and Shield right now. That's like collectively out of all the streamers. Remember I checked on like Friday or Saturday night, it was like, ooh, okay. Another 5 viewer. There was like 700 something on Saturday. Okay. Almost perfect. Game is teasing me with these like almost perfect ideas. Like, hey, do you want an almost perfect one? It's like, no, we want a perfect one. I keep hitting the wrong button. Flash Fire. But a female one. We don't get too many female ones. Okay, that is 4 IV with Flash Fire. Definitely have several of those. I'm definitely gonna want to start cleaning out my box once I'm done with this session. Starting to get quite a few rejects, which we will definitely be cleaning out in favor of, well, probably end up using them on the Wonder Trade. But I'm perfectly happy to give some to my viewers if you guys want to. If you want a good IV Growlithe as a trade, feel free to let me know. Or, we're kind of at that point where like anyone could potentially be what we want. And there is a 5 IV. Unfortunately, it's not 5 IVs and the IVs that we want it to be in, but it is 5 IVs nonetheless. For IV. For IV, and we keep getting a perfect attack stat. We don't want necessarily a perfect attack stat. We don't care about the attack stat at all being perfect, but that is certainly the one the game likes to give us. Perfect attack stat. I'm also very tempted to take this one. In fact, this is probably one of the ones I would take over the HP one just because I think I'd rather have slightly worse special attack than slightly worse HP on a tank. We really want the HP value to be as high as possible. Oh. What is in the box? take a look and see. There we go. Didn't take that long at all. I'm going to take a picture. Mission complete. That was what? I'm going to say that took about 4 hours. We got it. We got it, guys. A perfect, I don't even know where to put it. Put it over here. So we started with this one. And we ended with this one. So we went from bad to perfect. That is, that was good. Very happy to see that. And the reason why this is good, well, obviously it's everything is, all of its IVs and everything are good. I mean, technically you could get no good on the attack, but, and more importantly, we have the Morning Sun move, which is an egg move. That's something we had to breed for. Only little complaint is that this is in a quick ball, which I don't particularly love. I like the original balls, but you know what? That's okay. We have the ability, we have the nature, we have the IVs we need, so I'm very happy with that. I'm going to rename this a guy, I guess. Let's see if we can't rename that. Can we rename it? I know there's a way to. There's got to be a way. Well, we'll figure that out in a second. Let me finish hatching these eggs just because I want to have a clean box, not have a bunch of eggs. So we'll have like 4 eggs, looks like we have to hatch, but we'll do that real quick and then we will get off here. You never know, we could get a 6 IV. Could get a 6 IV here. We could also breed. It's okay. Honestly, I think it's really okay. Because we could take the perfect satyr we want and breed it with the other ones, but I think that's fine. I think it's fine what we have right now. So we've got our breeding Pokemon as well. Let's take this one back. I'll put it here. Just gotta make sure we don't lose the one we need, so maybe I'll move this one over here for now. I'll take back the other one too. Move this one over here. Okay, so we started with that, ended with that one. Pretty good, if I do say so myself. So let's go ahead and finish hatching off these eggs, and then we will start breeding. Actually, well, I kind of tempted to, I don't know. Do we have any, like, any cross, 252 HP, 80 defense, special defense. So I don't actually think we have a lot of, like, cross with that. We might with Tyranitar though, so I'll wait and see. Because I might be able to breed when I EV train them. I might be able to do multiple at the same time, which would be ideal. So I hate EV training when there's like 1 at a time, when I could do like 3 at a time. We could just kind of run around. We don't have to go back to the daycare center now. Well, actually, you know what? Might as well start to breed the Tyranitar too. if I have it. But I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research here to see what we actually want, because that's almost perfect too. It's not quite what we want, but let me take a look at this. We can put this one away. But do I have, first of all, do I have the Tyranitar? Or a Tyranitar? Because if I do, I can start breeding it. Otherwise, I may have to transfer. There is a Labatar that has mediocre stats that can be fixed pretty easily. Obviously, the better stats we start with, the easier it's going to be, but there's a Tyranitar, and it has worse stats. Okay. But does it have the ability we want or the nature we want? No. How about this one? Okay, so it looks like we're just stuck with this. We got our breeding dittos. Cool. Let me check Tyranitar real quick. I'm gonna pull this up. So we've got our Pursuit, Crunch, Stone Edge, Earthquake's pretty good. This is a choice band set. We're gonna go 252 attack, 268 speed, 48 special defense, and 40 HP. It's a pretty solid set. Then you have another set with Pursuit, Crunch, Rock Slide, Earthquake. That is another solid set you can do with Tyranitar as well. I just want to double check and make sure that the moves we want to get, because it's like raw power, you have choice banded raw power Tyranitar, and then you have a Sandstream as an ability to kick in. Actually, both as ability, no guts. So, do you want a choice banded Tyranitar, or do you want to have a Assault Vest? Then you have Hyper Tyranitar, which we're not going to do. People are saying Jolly Nature, Addy Nature, Stone Edge, Crunch, Earthquake, Dragon Dance. I always like the Dragon Dancers. I just want to say, okay, so let's go ahead and pull up Tyranitar on the wiki real quick and just check and make sure we can get those moves. Give me 1 sec here. Alright, so we got people are saying Stone Edge, Crunch, Ice Punch, and Earthquake. I mean, very similar, right? We just have Dragon Dance, a bit different. Weakness policy. Stone Edge, yeah. Fire Fang is another one you could do if choice bans Sandstream. People are saying 207 HP, 214. So survivability you give HP as opposed for instead of speed. I like the Dragon Dance Tyranitar though, and just go full on damage. That's pretty cool. We could actually do 2. Yeah, we want to go to full on damage, I think. So I'm gonna go Sandstream, Lumberry, Stone Edge, Crunch, Earthquake, Dragon Dance. But let's take a look at its abilities right quick here. So it learns Earthquake at level up, thank God. It learns Stone Edge at level up. Does it learn Dragon Dance on level up? No, that is a TM. I think. Oh, it's not. It's actually an egg move. Alright. So egg moved for Dragon Dance. Stone Edge and Earthquake through level up. And then what about Crunch? I know this is like the boring part. We got to do a little bit of calculations here and figure out how we're going to get the Pokemon we want, but this is absolutely necessary in order to make sure we're going to get the right Pokemon. Copy that and put it in my little chart here. How does Tyranitar learn Crunch? And it learns Crunch, hopefully as a level up move. It does, thank God. Okay, level 27, Tyranitar learns Crunch. Level 33 learns Earthquake. Level 37 learns Stone Edge. Perfect. And then we just have to make sure the hard part's going to be getting it an egg move. And it learns egg move, or a couple different ones it can learn by default. You got Flygon, Latios, Horsey, Seadra, Gyarados, Dratini, Dragonite, Kingdra, Tropius, or Quasar. But what egg group are we in? We are in the... So that's the important part of this. I gotta figure out what egg group we're in. We are in the monster egg group. Okay. So if we're in the monster egg group, then we need to make sure that we're breeding with a Pokemon that's also in the monster egg group that can learn that ability. And I'm thinking Gyarados is probably the only one here. No, that's Dragon Water. Okay. How about Horsea? Dragon Water. Dratini and Dragonite. Dragon Water. Is Tyranitar also in the Dragon egg group though? So what Pokemon actually learns it? Tropius? Yes, thank God. Okay, so Tropius learns Dragon Dance, and it's in the monster group, so we're gonna have to get a Tropius. Now, can you get Tropius in Brilliant and Sword and Shield? That's a good question. I guess that's our next question. Is Tropius something you can get in Sword and Shield? Because if it's not, then I don't know what we're gonna do. Let's take a look at our Pokédex. T-O, T-R. It's not. But it might be an Isle of Armor. So I thought it was in this game. Danglegross, Tentacles. It's not there. Okay, how about Crown Tundra? I don't see it. Nope. It's not. So how are we gonna get... If we can't get Tropius, can it learn I wonder though how Tyranitar learns Dragon Dance. Let me check real quick. So it doesn't learn Dragon Dance. As an egg move. Can it learn through a TM? Seems like it should be able to, right? Or at least as a TR move. Yeah, so in this game, it's a TR move. But in Sword and Shield, or Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it's a egg move. So I wonder if we teach it as a TR move and we transfer it over, will it learn the move? That's a really good question. I don't know. But I do know that that's what we're going to want. So if we have the... We're going to want to have a Jolly Nature. We're going to want to have Sandstream as an ability. And we're going to be maxing its attack and speed stat. So that's at least something we can work with. Since we can't seem to get the egg moves, let's go ahead and take that. And we'll grab our Pokemon for the breeders. We want something that has perfect attack. And you are fine. But maybe we can find something that's better. Okay, I guess we're taking this one. That's fine for now. And I don't actually want me to have anything else, so. I'll go with that. Not going to pass on any items. Well, we wanted to have. Perfect attack then. So attack band for you. Power bracer for you. There we go. Oh, hatched one. And man, that is another really good one, but not quite what we want. Got one more to hatch, and then of course we're going to be working towards the Tyranitar. No egg yet. There it is. I've always wanted to breed Tyranitar, so we're going to do that here. The only thing I'm kind of worried about is, like I said, the getting it through TR. If I give it, do we have Dragon Dance in our bag? That is going to be important. We have Swords Dance. Substitute. Okay. Encore. We have Crunch, surprisingly enough. We have Dragon Claw. And Dragon Dance. Thank God we have at least one. Okay. So we will, our perfect Tyranitar will have Dragon Dance. I like to make sure I have like 2 in my bag of all the stuff, so we'll buy. Iron Defense kind of sucks though. We already have 5 of those. Okay, I don't really care about Iron Defense. Everything else is fine. We'll keep running for this. That is the last of our Growlithe. So we're looking for IVs right now, but we're also looking for natures. And oh, that is so close to being perfect, but wrong ability and the HP isn't good. But we already have our perfect Growlithe, so we're good with that. So now we just pick up more eggs and we look for abilities. Or we look for abilities and we look for the nature. Which we want a Jolly nature. And I noticed like once you have, or if you don't have 2 of the same Pokemon, if you're breeding with Ditto, it's gonna take longer to get eggs. So you have to usually run all the way up to this spot over here, and then make a little loop and run back. you should start hatching these. I know Tyranitar takes a little bit longer to hatch. It's one of those. Some Pokemon take longer than others. More steps required. But we want to have as many as we can in our inventory. I think we're already at 5, yeah? Yeah. So we'll need to hatch one before we can pick up another. Shouldn't take that long. There we go. First hatch. Hopefully better than the previous one. Female, and it's got guts, so there's another ability we want, but it's already at, we're already at 4 IV, which is good to see. And it does not have the nature we want either. But still a lot better than previously. So let's go ahead and do a quick inventory management. Move you here. Move you here. Take this egg. And we'll grab our Pokemon from the daycare center. I'm not sure if we actually won our Ditto back, but we'll take it for now. So, okay. We're going to swap. This is our original one. So we'll put that right up here. Remember, we want Sandstream. I don't know if we actually want Sandstream, though. I mean, in theory we do, right? But it feels like... I think we do. I think we do. Sandstream is good. Guts is also good, though. So I wouldn't be happy. I wouldn't be upset with Guts, and I actually think that's a pretty decent ability. Yeah, that's good for Tyranitar, honestly. So, but Sandstream's so useful for sand teams, and also is just good for setup hazards and stuff. So it's, I don't know. So we have best attack here. Now we want it to have, we have best attack and best speed. Actually, this is surprisingly enough, like other than the HP stat and the ability and nature, we're already almost at a perfect Lavatar. So this, hopefully this won't take as long as I thought it might. But we're gonna breed this one, and I'm gonna give this one probably a power band. One of these will, yeah. Well, you can take a Destiny. That's fine. There we go. First egg of the new generation. But there's still a chance that the other egg, the eggs we have now could be good too. And you can notice these Labatars are taking a little bit longer to hatch because it is a longer step Pokemon. Let's take a look and see what kind of stats we have. Alright, another 4 IV, and yeah. We'll put that over there. It's still got guts, but another very solid Pokemon. We just want the HP stat to be better. But we would definitely, I mean, I think it's almost identical to the one I just hatched, so I'll just keep it there for now. Preferably we get one with a little bit better nature. That might possibly be the worst nature we could ask for if we're trying to boost attack and speed. Or just boost attack and lower special attack. Oh, come on. Again, essentially identical, just missing a nature. And I guess we're not getting a Sandstorm ability. But we do have a male and female in now. Let's take a look at this one. Also very good. Got pretty good, decent, pretty good. But this one has, well, 2 neutral natures, so neutral, neutral, and bad. Alright, there's a 3 IV here. Still no interesting, no Sandstream ability. Check that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All without Sandstream. I believe you can still get Sandstream though. And I honestly wouldn't even be sad with Guts. I think I would actually be tempted to take Guts just because I feel like that's in some ways better than Sandstream. Sandstream isn't even necessarily better. Unless you have like a Sand team. But considering the team I plan on making initially won't be a Sand team, it may not even matter. I would probably take Guts, honestly. I think this is one of those Pokemon where like either nature is fine. Either ability, I should say, not nature. Okay. Another Guts ability. Otherwise perfect, minus the nature and the HP stat. I think we're gonna have to go back and take a look at the Pokemon we have in our breeding section. Let's take these back and see what's going on here. So do we have the potential to get perfect stats across the board? We have pretty good HP and pretty good. So you can see why we're not getting perfect HP, because there's no way to get a perfect HP unless it was just a random roll. So we need to swap out the Ditto now. Something a little different. So we need best HP. And this guy's gonna have best attack. And then we just need best, well, best HP and mediocre special attack is actually what we want. So looks like we want this one. Yeah. This one should do the trick. So let's go take a look. You need to get a Destiny on it. And you need to have a Power Bands. Let's go. Okay, right. I still don't hatch these eggs, even though I don't know if they're going to be all that relevant at this point. Oh. Yeah. Okay, let's take a look at this stat. 3 IV. Probably not what we want. But we can, well, actually keep it empty because I need to pick up the Pokemon. It's going to be waiting for us. And how about you? That's not quite what we want still, but... So I'm starting to think that there may not be a Sandstorm ability in Sword and Shield, which, again, is okay. That is not necessarily a bad thing. Or it could be just a hidden ability. That might actually be the case. I'm curious to check now. I'm just gonna check real quick. So if we look at Tyranitar and look at its abilities, and yeah, actually no, it's just not in the game for some reason. Interesting. Why? Okay, let's look at the Generation 8. That's weird. I'm saying it's Unnerve ability in Sandstream, but it doesn't have Guts. And then Sword and Shield. Huh. Okay. That's... I'm still not saying it Guts. It has Unnerve as a hidden ability and Sandstream as a basic. Why am I getting Guts? I'm so confused. That doesn't make any sense. Is that some kind of like update? That's weird. That's really weird. I'm looking at the wikis here, and then Sandstream is a standard ability. Unnerve is the hidden ability. There's no mention of Guts in either the wiki for Sword and Shield or Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Yet somehow I keep patching a Tyranitar with Guts. Or a Larvitar with Guts, rather. Maybe it just changes once you evolve it into... Like if you look at Larvitar, I wonder if it changes. That might be the case here. Oh, that's the case. So, I see. Sandvale is a hidden ability. And then, okay, that makes more sense. That makes more sense. Okay. All right, mystery solved, I guess. Some Pokemon have abilities that change when they evolve. And this is obviously one of them. Attack increase, speed decrease is not what we want, but that is some good ideas there. Still not perfect, but it's pretty good. Okay, so that mystery is solved. Lavatar cannot obtain this Lavatar only has one ability. So that's the reason why we're seeing it with only one ability. So don't freak out. That ability Guts will become Sandvale, or sorry, will become Sandstream once it evolves into Tyranitar. But right now it's just Guts, which is kind of funny because I think we'd want Guts or over um, Sandstorm most of the time. But it is what it is. No. About even nature. Still don't want that nature. Mhm. Not too many. Oh, that's actually. It's not this. It's still not the one we want. We want speed increase and special attack decrease, or we'll take a attack increase and a special attack decrease. But we don't want to lower our attack. That's like our most important stat here. Probably much more important even than speed because we do so much attack. Oh right, we don't have. I thought we had something. My bad. Well, um, yeah, not quite what we want there. But need egg. Please give me egg. Okay, that's better, but it's still not the nature we want. I would actually take this one too, except the fact that it doesn't have the speed. Hopefully this one is better. Nothing. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, that's well, yeah, that's all again almost perfect on the at least on the IVs. How about this one? I think our main problem now is just getting the nature we need because we're almost good in the IVs. Ooh, okay. Again, that's pretty good. I'm glad we almost had the IVs done. That's a big step. Oh, no. Okay, let me check up the name on my YouTube channel really quick. Hold on 1 second. Because that is something I feel like I need to do. Something in my face. There we go. Update that and update that. Good. Forgot to update it because I can update it. There's a wonderful little YouTube or OBS extension that automatically updates your Twitch title, but it does not update your YouTube title. Again, really solid on the IVs. We're struggling to get that nature. Like nature can be a tough one to get. It's like why you definitely want to try to get the nature early on if possible. And then lock in that nature. Then you can switch over to chase down the IVs. Thankfully, you don't have to worry about the abilities. Okay, good. I should think I could swap out my Ditto for one of the Lavatars now. Not that like necessarily need to, but got plenty of 4 IVs. I think we're good on the like very close to 5. I mean, we have some that have 5 IVs, so let's take these back. Actually, before we do that, a little inventory management. Okay. Yeah, if we just start to breed with Lavatars on, then we'll be able to get eggs a little bit faster. Not that we, like I said, not necessarily need to, but I'd rather have the 2 Lavatars. Okay, so we have a 4 IV female Avatar. And let's look at their male ones. Got a 4 IV there, 4 IV. We just need to make sure it's crossed over so we have perfect. So this one, we just need one with perfect attack. So this has everything but, well, no, we just need one with perfect HP. Yeah. So male here is fine. Could probably do a little bit better though. Let's just take a look and see. That one's pretty good. How about this one's also very good. Secondary stat is speed. I don't think I like this one as much. We just need this. This one has everything but HP. This one has everything but speed. But I think we can do a little bit better with this one here. Because this Lavatar covers up with the defense. This because of its speed, so yeah. Yeah, I think we can. This one is probably going to be our best. And I want you to have an HP thing and you to have the Death Knot, I'm pretty sure. No, actually. Just give you the Death Knot. Gonna leave our Tyrannotars. Okay. And we can continue hatching these while we are running around. I need to hatch at least one before I could pick up another egg. Okay, let's take a look at these stats. Okay. Good, very solid. I wonder if I could like organize these to some extent. Maybe we could like put the male ones on one side, female on the other, or something like that. I haven't really tried to organize them. I don't think I will right now. Unless it's like a really good one, I'm not gonna bother to separate it. It's easy enough to scroll through them. And there is another one. So this is the part of the next generation. Hopefully these are a little bit better. We're really just looking for the nature. Which we want to be jolly. And we have not seen a single jolly nature yet. That is a 3 IV. Yep, not a single jolly nature. Attack up and I think speed up actually and special attack down is jolly. Or maybe it's attack up, special attack down. Either of those honestly are quite good. But we're not getting a single one of those. I would even take worse IVs just to have the right nature, and then I can move up from there, just to guarantee the nature set. Because the nature's harder to get than the IVs, I think. Harder to lock in, but you can guarantee the nature. You can't guarantee IVs, or at least you can't guarantee all of them. So. Ooh, that might be the one. Wait, wait. Did we just get the perfect one? Just like that? We have adamant nature. Do you want adamant nature or do you want jolly nature? I think I mean, I wouldn't even mind adamant nature, honestly. Like, this is literally the perfect avatar here. Do I want... I mean, how important is the jolly nature? Why not adamant nature? This might be... I mean, that's it right there. We have the perfect one. There's nothing better than that. That's a 5 IV adamant nature. What's wrong with... I kind of just want to keep this one. Like, people are saying jolly is better. I'm like, maybe, but if we're going for max attack, I think we just go with I think we just go with the adamant nature. I mean, we're slower technically than to other Tyrannotars, but that's it, right? Like, otherwise, we're pretty much a beast. You got 61 speed, 134 attack on a base. Like, 134 attack is insane. I think we just want to buff that instead of trying to buff a speed set. Yeah, I disagree. I think for the most of the time, we're going to want to have better attack than speed. Because a 10% buff to our attack is way more impactful than a 10% buff to a speed stat that's already terrible. Like, yeah, granted, we get a little bit faster, and that could help in some ways, but like, I think that I really think that you should just go with an adamant nature. Like, that's going to be just that much more impact. We're going to hit that much harder. We got base 100 HP, 110 defense, 95 special attack, 100 special defense. Speed stat's only 61, and we're always going to be slow, right? I mean, Tyranitar is not necessarily a fast Pokemon, so I think let's just go with Adamant. I like this one. I'm going to go with Adamant. You know what? Let's attach the rest of these. But I really like Adamant, and this is perfect. I mean, I'm not going to go for 6 IV. We don't need special attack at all, so I'm good with this one. I think we just go with it, and if we want to go later on, we can come back if we really want to have our other one. I mean, we could do that, but let's just keep this one. Shoot. I mean, that's baller. So let's go with that. With this, we got our perfect Labatar, our perfect Growlithe, and now we just need to get our perfect Gyarados, and we'll be good to go. Yeah, I think let's go with that. So now let's go ahead and look for a Gyarados. I want to say that the only thing about Gyarados I'm a little bit worried about, well, the only thing I'm worried about, I guess, Lavatar I'm a little bit worried about is the fact that I don't know. Well, let's take a look at the moveset. So yeah. So we have Waterfall, Ice Fang, Crunch, Dragon Dance. Dragon Dance it learns, thank God. Same thing with Crunch and Waterfall, and then Ice Fang is a TM. So very simple set with that. We've got 252 special attack, or sorry, 252 attack and 252 speed. And we want to have a Jolly Nature. Okay. Intimidate, obviously, on Gyarados. Let's pull up our little chart here. Okay. And Gyarados, I think I could actually see going a Jolly Nature just because Gyarados is kind of not slow. We want to, Gyarados can be, I think, a little bit faster. Definitely faster than Tyranitar, yeah. So let me take a look at Gyarados. I just want to take a look at Gyarados' base speed real quick. And it is 100, so 81 base speed as opposed to 60. I mean, it's still not like uber fast. Nothing on our team is uber faster. But Gyarados at 81 base speed is a little bit faster than Tyranitar 61 base speed. So, it's always going to have Intimidate, I think. Or, I mean, it's going to have whatever Magikarp has, I think. But there's no way that Magikarp doesn't have anything, is it? It has Swift Swim, okay. But that's the only thing it can have. That makes sense. Alright, so very simple with the Magikarp. We're just gonna go with we're just gonna grab any Magikarp we can find here. Hopefully we have that in our party somewhere. Can you get Gyarados in Sword and Shield? Surely you can, right? Gyarados is like an every generation, right? I'm assuming you can. I mean, you have. Why couldn't you get? Yeah, everyone gets Gyarados, right? I just assumed you can get Gyarados. I didn't realize maybe you can't get Gyarados. Oh no. I mean, are we gonna have to breed this one the old-fashioned way? Oh, that's gonna be awful. So we're gonna have to breed this one in Brilliant Diamond and Shiny Pearl if we can't get Gyarados. I don't see it. I'm pretty sure I would have saw it. Let's take a look at our Dexos real quick. I just want to confirm that you can't, in fact, get Gyarados. I'm pretty sure you can, yeah? Please tell me you can. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Yeah, you can. You must be able to get Gyarados. We just don't have one. So where can we find Gyarados? You can only get it by fishing. Okay. Well, let's go catch his Gyarados. I guess anywhere is fine, yeah. I'm gonna grab our designated catchers. Unless I have one already. I don't have, for whatever reason, I don't have Gyarados. I mean, I could just transfer it, right? Maybe clean up our decks while we're doing it. Okay. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just hatch off these Pokemon here. And then we will catch Gyarados. Or we'll transfer a Magikarp or a Gyarados. And I'll go ahead and transfer all of the Breejecks as well. Take the items off these guys. I got pretty lucky with that Lavatar there, but it kind of made up for the bad luck we had for the other ones. I'm not gonna complain too much. Okay, so we have these two here. And we'll take our Dittos and just kind of move them for now. Chill them over here. Or not. Okay. There we go. We have our two finished products. We have our Lavatar here and our Growlithe here. And then we're going to go ahead and I'm going to go and save the game. And then we'll do a little bit of transferring Pokemon around. Clean up some space in our deck boxes. And let's get ourselves a Magikarp to transfer. And give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to use the restroom. I will be right back. Alright, we're back. Alright, so I'm gonna go to box 48 is fine, I guess. We'll go ahead and just dump off all our rejects. Unless you guys want one, hit me up in the comments. I will be happy to give you some of my rejects if that is something you desire. So, yeah, let's clean up this space. And surely I have a Magikarp in my Poke Home somewhere. I'm not worried about that. Okay. So you can see those are entire boxes shifted over, and I will eventually trade these off for other Pokemon, just probably random Pokemon through the Wonder Trade system. Part of the rejects I'm doing. And look at that. That did not take very long at all. These are all our Lavatars. Really, that did not take very long. Compared to how long it took me to get the perfect Arcanine at least. Cool. Yep, so we have those two. I'm not going to transfer them to Shining Pearl just yet because I actually need them for whatchamacallit, to EV train them first. So, not EV as in the Pokemon, EV as in like the effort values. So, I gotta get the effort values first. It's much easier to do that on Brilliant Diamond or on Sword and Shield than it is on Brilliant Diamond. So, I'll go ahead and max out those effort values. But first things first, we gotta go ahead and transfer. Or we're gonna work on the last Pokemon, which is gonna be our Gyarados. So, I'm just checking our boxes, looking for a Magikarp, and I see one there. I don't know what kind of Pokemon it is. Let's just check the summary real quick. I don't know if we can be picky about the IVs here. Let's see. I have the judge function unlocked, and it is Y. Okay, so this is not great. There again, we don't have to worry about the ability is not great and the stats aren't great, but it is a Magikarp, and honestly, we can change that so quick. So I'm gonna at least consider this one of our Pokemon, maybe, unless I see another one. Don't see anything there. Don't see anything there. I do see a Gyarados though. Let's take a look at the Gyarados. How about our judge function? And we have, oh, that's right, because this is from, whatchamacallit, this is from Arceus, not from Brilliant Diamond, so I don't actually have access to the judge function. So I don't know what those are. Okay. How about you? Nothing. Another one. I was hoping someone maybe would give me a breach check, but this is also from Galar. I want to see the compatible. Those are compatible games or no? Okay, you can transfer it. I just don't know what the IVs are going to be. Or what the, yeah, so. But this is definitely an option. There is another one. Check, I want to take a look at this one. And they're calling this base points. No, we have judge function. Yeah. We have very good, so we don't have the special, unfortunately, nature is not what we want. How about the other one? Nature is honestly the more important stat. And doesn't have a nature, right? $45. Okay. So we've got a couple. I'm just gonna take one. It doesn't really honestly matter which one we choose. So let's just grab. We'll just grab you. This one has a modest nature. I really wish it had a attack boosting, special attack lowering. So I wish I had an adamant or a jolly nature, but we will have to work that out later on. Unless, yeah, this one has no nature though. We'll put this one over on our box 17. No nature. Attack up, speed down. That's not what we want. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll deal with it. It would be great to have a nature that's decent off the bat, so we don't have to chase down the nature later. But you never know. We get lucky. Quiet nature. It's not what we want. Special attack up, speed down. Yeah, let's go with that one. The one we have now is fine. I'm gonna go ahead and save this. See how much breeding we can do. About 18 minutes, 12 minutes here to do as much breeding as possible. We're looking for a jolly nature. 5 IV. Magacarp. And how about you? We don't want you. One of you dittos will be what we want here. How about this ditto is quite good. And it's got the speed but not the attack. This ditto has the speed and attack but not the ability. This has the speed and not the attack or the ability. This has the speed and the attack but not the ability. This doesn't have anything. So I think we'll just choose whatever has good speed and attack. And it looks like it's going to be you. Because you have everything but a special attack, which you don't care about. Oh, wait, I did it wrong. Oh, shoot, I messed up. So what you want to do is give the Magikarp Destiny Knots. Because you want to actually pass on the attack stat or the speed from Ditto. Guarantee one of those IVs will transfer. And the Destiny Knot just guarantees that 5 of the total 5 IVs out of the from both parents will transfer. But yeah, neither Magikarp, or sorry, neither Tyranitar or Gyarados are particularly fast Pokemon by themselves, but both can learn Dragon Dance, and both can set up to be very fast Pokemon. Or after a Dragon Dance, I should say, they become very quick. Look at that, it's changed to morning in the game after a couple hours of playing. And thank God it can breed. I was kind of worried. I'm like, oh, does Magikarp breed with Ditto, or does it gonna have to level up first to Gyarados? But it does not. That's good news. And we are still breeding, or hatching these eggs, I think, yeah? Yeah. And again, not perfect, but it's quite a strong Larvitar. We have 2, well, I guess that was the last of the Larvitar eggs. We have 1 Gyarados egg now, or 1 Magikarp egg. Oh, and it hatched. That was fast. Sure, these stats are going to be infinitely better than the one we have sitting at the daycare right now, so we'll go ahead and swap that out pretty quickly. And I believe Magikarp is a relatively quick hatch, which that seemed like a very quick hatch. I'm just curious to see what kind of stats we're looking at right now. Ooh, almost right, nature 2. At least we got 2 perfect IVs. Not exactly perfect, but it's better than what we had, or what was waiting for us. And I'm going to have you as a sort of like our proof of concept there. Oh dang, I got rid of my original Larvitar. Oh well. We have you with Destiny Knot. Let's see what we can do with that one. Yeah, that didn't take long at all. It was a very quick hatch. I'll take that one. Okay, I'm gonna take a look at the stats of this other one. It might actually be better than the one I left. I'll have to see. And this one has... Nope, it only has 2. And the nature is not what we want, so we will want... We'll just keep reading. Yeah, only 2 perfect IVs and also the nature. Now, yeah, yes, we'll just hold on to it. We'll hatch some more eggs. We'll see what happens. And I'm not going to go very far because these eggs hatch very quickly. I just want to get as many as I can. You can see just before we were even able to grab another egg, it hatched. So. And 3 IVs. That's a much better one. And it has a better nature, but still not the nature we want, but I think I'll take it from the one that's currently in there. Want to keep the Ditto there. Go ahead and take the... So we're going upgrading from this one here to this. Amazing from good to amazing. You can see it doesn't take that long breeding for those perfect IVs, so it's definitely worth doing that. So we've got here to here, and we're on here already. Oh, I'm gonna turn right around. I'm still in like Lavatar mode, so hatch steps are not near as long here. Okay, and again, 3 IVs. Still not the nature we want, but not a bad nature. So we'll probably keep that. Hatch a couple more. Looking for a 4 IV would be nice. That's pretty good timing. And I just hit 2 hours streaming. I'm gonna do a couple more here. I do have to get off, but we're making really good progress. I will definitely get on a little bit later. Probably if not later tonight, then definitely tomorrow, because I do not have work tomorrow. And we will see. Okay. Still not the nature we want. Oh, we got another egg. And once we hatch all of once we get all the eggs, we just really need to get this one. And thankfully, the nice thing about Gyarados is that there's only one ability that, so we don't have to worry about the abilities. And the moveset in Brilliant Diamond is very simple. There's no like we only have to buy one TM from Veilstone, and then everything else is just level up. So it's a very simple moveset we're gonna go with. Actually, surprisingly, the only hard part is getting the berry, but we'll work on that. All right, another 3 Ivir. May want to take a look and see if we're getting enough cross IVs, but I'll hatch a couple more here. Because we don't want to have, like, if the best IV is the same between the Ditto and the Magikarp, then we're kind of wasting some of our potential. Like, we want to make sure we can potentially get a best IV in every stat. And I'm not seeing too many 4 IVers yet, so we may have to mix things up. And that's definitely one of the advantages of having like a lot of Dittos. Like, if you can catch like multiple Dittos, even if they're just like 4 IVs, you can kind of swap them around. We're going to have to do that later on. Like, I'm going to have to spend some time just getting that perfect Ditto, because that's going to make this whole process so much better. If I had a good, even if I didn't have the right nature, but if I had just like a 6 IV Ditto, that would make this whole process so much faster. And there is another 3 IV here, so I think we may want to start taking a look at the stats here. Just make sure we're getting all of our bases covered. So let's go do that. All right, so we've got perfect. We had the attack, defense, special defense, speed covered, but not the HP. So we want something with perfect HP. And none of you are going to have that. So what we'll have to do is grab one of our other Dittos here. Like, you have perfect HP. You're just lacking on the attack. And you have perfect attack. So let's try to mix it up. Just 1 second. I keep clicking over to my other monitor because I have something I'm doing there. But all right, so let's take the power bracer from you and give it to you, and then so we have our HP, defense, special defense, and speed covered. Here we have our attack, defense, and speed covered. So we don't care about the special attack either way. But I wonder, got our attack. None of you guys have special attack, right? Yeah, okay. Attack 1, 2, 3, perfect IDs. Okay, we're gonna retire you. And we'll go over to you. We want you to have the power bends. want you to have a Destiny Knot. Okay, so with this setup, we should be able to cover all of our IVs. So we've got HP, attack, guaranteed attack, defense, special defense, and speed. Cool. We're still looking for the nature, but we have our IVs covered. So select you and select you. Look at that timing. It was almost perfect. Right as I showed up, it was ready. That just takes a little bit of practice to kind of get a feel for it, but you know when your eggs are about ready. Which kind of makes like the Poke app, oh well, from Brilliant Diamond, Shiny Pearl seem kind of silly, because like you really do get a feel for like how much time you need to wait. And it's basically as effective as any app you're gonna get. Okay, so this one has 3 IVs. Still not what we want, but that's okay. We're on the right track at least. I'll keep rolling. Eventually the stars will kind of align. It's hard to get, so if you don't have great Pokemon to start with, then it takes a little bit longer to get those IVs rolling, but we'll get them. If you're starting with essentially junk, it's it's going to be harder, but obviously a Ditto helps. It's good, get 4 IV Ditto, 5 IV Dittos. It's going to make a big difference. And we should have an egg already in just a second. Can take a look at our stats on this one. And that's actually a 2 IV. We've gone backwards. In an attempt to get more IVs, we actually get less. Come on. You can do it. There we go. Alright, we'll do one more here. And then I think I'm going to have to get off for tonight, but I'll definitely be on tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. Can't promise a time. Probably going to be sometime around noon. But we will see. Assuming my power is on and everything. We've the day off from work because of a snow day, which is super rare in North Florida, but it happens. And they were worried about like icy roads and power going out and stuff like that. So I don't mind staying home as long as my power is like on. It's like if my power is off, it sucks, but we'll see. All right. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Holy. Alrighty. That is a way to end it. Check that out. We went from 2 IVs to 5. Actually, no. I mean that's like perfect, right? The only thing on this Pokemon we don't like is the nature. Right? Everything else is like perfect. So that is literally the perfect IV Pokemon right there. And I told you it's just a matter of time for those stars align and we get everything. We inherited just the right IVs from each parent. That is fantastic. Oh my gosh, that is beautiful. Beautiful. The only thing we don't want, like I said, we're just gonna have to search for that nature, but that's perfect. So we'll definitely swap that out with one of the, or the other, I guess. Whatchamacallit? the other Magacrip. Let's take a look here. All right, so perfect one and 3 IV one, coupled with a 4 IV Ditto. So Destiny Knot is fine on this Ditto. I guess here we can give it a guarantee that its attack stat transfers. Really, it's kind of what's like weird here because we want all the stats from this Magacarp and only some of the stats from this Ditto. We don't want the attack stat from this Ditto. So I guess basically what we're going to do is grab make sure the attack stat here transfers, and then everything else from the other Ditto can transfer. So, cool. This is essentially a 5 IV Ditto, because the only thing we don't care about, or we don't want, is the attack special, or the attack stat. And we can guarantee the attack stat transfers, so we should actually have a really good time now, because the only bad stat is going to transfer could be the special attack from the Destiny Knot, and we could roll a bad one on the something else, but otherwise we're in a really good spot. So let's give you a power bands. And we'll keep this other, this Ditto. And we'll just go ahead and move you. You're out of the club. All right, so this is going to be the breeding window for now. I think that it's just a matter of time before we get the right nature. And since we have, like, you know, literally the perfect statted Magacarp already, we just need to get that nature. I could kind of cheat here and just take the points I have my Pokemon home and buy a mint from the battle Coliseum, or the battle tower. I don't want to do that if I don't have to, but that is an option for sure if I have trouble getting the nature. I'm really hoping it doesn't come down to that, but that's something we could do. So, and I might do that later on if we're struggling, or to speed this process up. All right, oh man, the opposite nature. If those two are swapped, but I think I want the speed boosting and special attack lowering. How did that happen? Oh, because it wasn't right. That makes sense. That was from the previous cycle. I was like, how in the world did we go from 5 IV to 2 IV or 3 IV? Okay, this will be our last egg, because we do have the perfect egg now, and I want to see what's inside. Last hatch coming up in just a couple seconds, and then I will probably sign off for tonight's. Yep, here we go. Took 2 steps, hatched the egg. Let's see what we got. All right, there's a 4 Ivir. Still not the nature we want, so we're going to keep rolling, but that is very good. And we could even consider dumping our Ditto now and just going with 2 Magacarps. It really doesn't matter in this case because the Magacarps hatch so fast that we're not really able to get a surplus in eggs anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But we'll keep rolling. I'm going to go ahead and save it. We are on the right track, though. Maybe a little bit more grinding, and we should have all of our 3 that we're going to need for the battle tower. So pretty exciting stuff. And then we'll go ahead and do some EV training and transform over to Brilliant Diamonds. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be on tomorrow. Until then, have a great one. Bye for now.